Hey there guys and ghouls, my name is Jet and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. In today's video, I am giving you a full walkthrough of my Alice in Wonderland maze multiplayer portal get-together center. It's absolutely cute, it is girly, it is everything you probably don't expect from me, but shockingly, I think this may be a build that stays because I think my friends are really going to like it and I think you will too. So before we get into our video, I would like you to please hit that like button, and while you're at it, if you'd like to hit subscribe and the notification button, I would very much appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So this is in my Forest of Valor, and it pretty much takes up the entire length. Well, it does. It doesn't pretty much, it does take up the entire length. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go into an overhead shot. So let me get out of my camera mode. And then what am I doing? We're going to go into furniture mode. And you're going to see here that it goes from one end completely to the other end to my Scrooge shop. You will also notice that I have some houses placed on the outskirts, and those will most likely get added to this build because I think they are the girliest of girly houses that I have, and I believe we will probably do those as long with storage inside of the heart house. That way everything is right here. It's at the hands of, it's right there at my fingertips. When I would log into the game, I would be right here by Scrooge's to check my shop. If I have friends coming over, it would be easy for me just to go in here, drop some items for them that they might need. And yeah, I just think it will streamline everything, and it kind of gives a place for all of these super girly buildings that we have. I think back here, I may take all of my trees and bushes and kind of find a way to incorporate those here, but make this all completely functional. And yeah. All right. So I also want to show you, before I take you through a walkthrough of this, all my spaces are the size of, let me go ahead and show you the 2 width shrub. So they're all this shrub width apart. You're gonna see that they all, that's there. But everything is this shrub width apart. Now Scrooge's is not an even number, so I did have to do this an uneven number, this an uneven, and this an uneven, but it ends up making everything work out. And then I used all of those 2x2s, except where I needed like a little extra space, like right here, I would use a 1. So this is all 2s and 1s. And yeah, I would have made this a speed build, but honestly, building a maze from scratch is kind of frustrating. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into this tour. Okay, so I wanted it to be like a timeline of the Alice in Wonderland story. I am going to admit that I am not the hugest fan of Alice in Wonderland. I think I've watched it a couple times. It kind of creeps me out a little bit. But I really love the super girly aesthetic. So I watched it to kind of get a timeline, but I want y'all, like, do not bite my head off if I got it wrong a little bit. The thought is there. Okay, so first of all, you come in through this portal, and there is, well, the camera angles aren't that great when you're this close up. over here to these sides, I have, let's see, critter houses. And I have bunnies maxed out in each of those because, we have our rabbit that we're going to follow because we're late for an important date. So, of course, we had to have a clock. So we have the clock here. And then in the beginning of the animated movie, she sat, I'm not sure who it was that was reading stories to her, but I wanted to incorporate every little aspect, of the story. So we have those storybooks just kind of thrown about here. And then you're going to come in to this little courtyard area, and we have a tree stump in the middle as our rabbit hole. And I wanted to keep this all super girly once again. So we have pinks and purples and blues, and then these orange lily lamps. I think they do a great job of bringing in those touches of gold that we have here in our path. Okay, so we're gonna go past that. And I have this little table with the Alice in Wonderland cookies. And then we have those Toontown lights because I think they're super whimsical and they fit the whole vibe of what we're going for here. Okay, y'all, you are going to notice a little bit of a glitch in my video, and I'm going to tell you a funny story. At first, my 3-year-old came in here because he wanted to give me a hug, and those are just the perks of being a stay-at-home mom. And so, I gave him his hug, and I went back to recorded an additional 6 minutes of this tour, finished it all up, went to put my 2 clips together, and realized the whole 6 minutes of the second part of our video was completely muted. So I'm hoping I don't forget any of the points I made, and we're gonna just go back through here. All right. So after Alice goes, and she follows the rabbit down the hole and she eats her cookies and she shrinks, she comes upon some trees and flowers that are alive and they talk. So I went with the most whimsical plants and trees that I could find. So once again, we have those giant lily lamps. They're completely oversized, which are great for making us shrink down. And we have our cherry blossom trees from the premium shop. So then back over this way, once again, we have those whimsical Toontown lamps, and then we have the fountain that came with this pack. Once again, this pack is in your premium shop. I can't quite remember what it cost, but I don't think it was actually very much for everything you got in here. Okay, so then once you come out of there, you're meeting your friend, the caterpillar, and you start getting little glimpses of these pink and purple balloons. Once again, we have another one of those fountains that way. And then our friend Mickey from Fantasia here is a filler for our friend, the Mad Hatter, because, we obviously don't have Mad Hatter in this game. So I thought that was a cute little tribute to that character. Okay, so then we have our oversized lollipops that you get with Vanellope. Once again, leading, to that shrunken down feeling. And then over here, of course, for space saving, we have just our little tribute to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party with that blue Oswald table, our quirky teapot, and just a couple hot pink mismatched chairs. And then you have the Cheshire Cat topiary here in the center, big old grin greeting you. And then straight ahead, you guys, this part made me giggle. Okay, so in this game, we surprisingly do not have anything heart-like. And obviously the Queen of Hearts is a huge part of Alice's story. So I used a pair of the Beauty and the Beast roses to signify, you know, that her rose garden. And then we have 2 red thrones. And I'm once again trying not to spoil what I'm going to show you in my overhead here. In the live action, she has, I guess they're like men who hold up candles in the form of candelabras. So of course we have that little hint towards there. And then I am going to go in to overhead to show you what I did. And I hope you guys think I'm as clever as I thought I was, because you'll see. You'll see. Okay. So, first of all, I made a heart shape with our trees. Okay, so you're going to see the tops of the trees and they come down. You'll see when we get to the overhead. But the bushiness at the top of the trees make, you know, the 2 humps at the top of the heart, and then it curves down towards our candelabras, and then you kind of get the point right here. But what really made me giggle is what I did here, and I'm hoping you see my intentions here. We have our trees here, and it looks like the Queen of Hearts. She has those bushy, poofy green pigtails, and we kind of have like, these are her eyes and her brows, and it made me giggle, and I got an absolute kick out of it, and I just thought I was the smartest person in the world. Okay, so let's go out of that. And then over in this direction, we have the cutest framing of that heart house. And inside of there, on a stream, I am going to redo my storage for the main valley. And I'm going to make it super girly. And like I said, we'll do that in a stream. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you turn on those notifications so you are alerted when that time comes. And I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do on the sides and background yet, but it's either going to be a secret garden type of thing, which would be really cool with these topiaries, or I'm going to move all of these items that you see over this way, over there, which are my fruit trees and everything. And then this opens up perfectly to that bridge. And then I will fill all of this in probably on that same video that I do my storage. May end up being 2 parts, but that way everything is just cohesive and flows well. And yeah, you guys, that is it. I hope I included everything that I said before my video got all wonky. And I just want to give a huge shout out to my channel members. You and the support that you give me and my channel mean the absolute world to me. And for those of you who made it this far into my video, thank you for joining me today. And I'm hoping you have the best day ever. And I want y'all to remember to keep it spooky, but most importantly, please keep it kind, because this world really just needs a lot more kindness to it. And yeah, y'all, I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.